Hello there friends, it's Carly. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. I hope you are all having a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world. I'm going to be taking you guys on another whole house clean with me. We are getting some much needed cleaning motivation today and doing a speed clean around the house. I will be doing some areas with a little bit more deep cleaning, but for the most part this is just going to be an everyday cleaning routine. These are actually one of my favorite videos to film for a number of reasons. Firstly, obviously, if you hadn't already picked it up, I love cleaning. It's certainly a hobby of mine, if you will. I just like having a clean, fresh, and organized house. And then number two, it's also something that I'm doing on a weekly basis anyway. So I don't feel like I need to adjust my life or my schedule to suit YouTube and what I'm hoping to film. It's just something that naturally occurs. And then the third reason is that I also love watching cleaning videos and productivity organization type videos on YouTube. So as much as I can, I try to create things that I also enjoy watching. It just makes it a much more fun and enjoyable experience for me, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching these cleaning videos as well. I definitely love some recommendations or suggestions down in the comments below. If you have something specific that you want to see me clean, or a particular style of filming that you'd like me to do for one of my upcoming cleaning videos, please let me know, because I do like to make sure that I am meeting your needs and your interests as much as possible. We've just remade the bed and now I'm in the kitchen giving it a clean. Last night we made butter chicken. As you can see from this pan, it is incredibly messy, and unfortunately I was wearing white pajamas while I was cooking this and learnt the bad way not to do that, or at least to own some sort of apron, because I did get it all over my clothes. Thankfully, after a couple of attempts at stain removing while doing my laundry, I was able to get the butter chicken lovely orange bright stain out of my clothes. I feel like cleaning the kitchen is actually the area that I dislike cleaning the most. Typically for most people it's the bathroom, but I just find that in the kitchen, if you are going to do a really good job of it, there are just so many nooks and crannies for you to get into. On a daily basis, I'm just making sure that, you know, the washing up is all done, whether it's like hand washing or in the dishwasher, and that all the surfaces are clean. But then obviously on my weekly cleans, I need to wipe out the microwave, I need to change the bin liner, maybe wipe that out, perhaps the front of the cupboards as well. And then in a deep clean, there's like honestly no limit to how deep that you can go with the kitchen in terms of fridge, oven, range hood, wiping out all the cabinets, reorganizing things. You know, there's just so many jobs to sort of tick off in that kitchen area. There's lots of little holes that dirt and grime can hide its way into. I'm actually going to do, despite having said all of that, a deep kitchen clean video. So the next clean with me video you'll see from me will be a deep kitchen clean. So we are going to get into all of those nooks and crannies and give it a real good clean out. So hopefully you guys are keen to see that, and it will motivate you to clean and organize your own kitchen as well. job that I don't ordinarily do, but I'm going to tackle today is cleaning out the sink. So I just bought a new big box of bicarb soda and I'm pouring a healthy amount of that down the sink prior to then dumping another healthy amount of white vinegar down there as well, and it will bubble and hiss away and eat at all of the grime that happens to be down there, and I'll leave it for a while before washing any of the remains down. And then I like to do a dab of my essential oils. This is lemongrass, and give the sinks a good wipe out because that helps to create a very fresh smell. I do love using essential oils in my cleaning. I just feel like the scent of them is so nice, and particularly lemon just cuts through a heap of grease and grime as well. Here's another little job that I don't do that frequently, but I do get a bit of a thrill out of doing, and that is de-pilling the lounge. I bought this little tool just from Woolies, I think a couple of years ago. It wasn't very expensive, maybe like 10 or 12 bucks, and it's just got a battery operated motor in there, and it goes around and basically trims any of the pilling that is on the lounge, and it does a really good job. Even just from the first cushion, I managed to get a heap of stuff out. So this is pretty much just from 1.5 cushions, and then obviously I did the rest of the lounge as well, so I happened to get basically double that by the end of things. As you can see, I've been going around and doing some dusting. I have this long green fluffy duster, which is fantastic for doing particularly the skirting timbers, so I don't need to reach down, but I also use it for the window sills and then getting underneath things as well, like our big cupboards. I got a heap of dust from underneath the cupboards, but then also a heap from behind the TV unit in the living room as well. And at the end of things, I did take off the cover for that duster and put it in the wash. I also did a very brief wash of the blinds in our room, and then I think also in the living room as well. They are getting a little bit dusty and need a good wash down. I only did one side of them, so at some point I need to flip them over and dust down the other side as well, and I'm just using a microfiber cloth with some warm water. I'm also using my bicarb and vinegar concoction in the bath, and I put the plug in so that I can sort of just let it seep away and eat at any of the grime on the bottom of the bath before I get in with my scrubber and get some elbow grease happening there. I'm also going to spray the entire shower and bath down with exit mold afterwards. I don't try and use that too often because it is a pretty sort of hectic substance, and like every time I walk past the bathroom I just get a whiff of the odor. We have a very small house, so it's hard to kind of keep the exit mold scent at bay once you do use it. But however, I also needed to use it for this little sink area here. As you can see, I've got some mold around the sink hole, so she needed a spray as well. If you aren't aware, we are in the process of building our own house, and we will be moving down the coast about 45 minutes away from where we are currently renting, and I am beyond excited to have our own home, and a brand new home at that. And one of the things I'm really looking forward to is having just a regular shower. While we've been renting over the last 6 years, both houses that we've been in have had the bath shower combo, and I've got to say, it's pretty strenuous to try and clean those bath showers, and it's kind of hard also to maintain that pearly white of the bath area. And if you're a clean freak like me, it probably gets to you as well. I'm finishing up now with doing the floors. I'm going to zoom over the house and do a whole house vacuum. I also desperately need to empty my vacuum cleaner. It's full to the brim. I didn't happen to get that on film, but that is one of the things that I did after my cleaning today. And I also got stuck in and gave the vacuum head a little bit of an extra clean as well, because there was a bit of dust and grime that was stuck in there and she needed a good clean out. So it is the next day, and I typically don't do cleaning routines over 2 days, but this was an impromptu mess that I needed to clean up and decided to film for you. So here I was in the bathroom getting myself ready for the day when I hear this rushing of water sound. I'd already put on a load of washing and knew that something had to be up. So what happened was the hose that connects from the washing machine into our sink had come loose and was gushing water all over the laundry. We managed to kind of avert as much mess as we could, pausing the washing machine, trying to sweep it out. But it did create a lot of wetness and gunk and dirt and just like lots of icky things. So basically we had things to do for the morning. Dave mopped out as much of the excess water as we could, and then we left it for a couple of hours to dry out. When we got back home, most of the floor was dry except for that area that you saw underneath the washing machine. So I had a heap of old rags that I use out in the laundry for different bits and pieces, and I wet those with warm water and wiped up as much of the gunk from underneath the washing machine as possible, and then gave the back of the machine a good wipe down as well. It was pretty clean, it just had a little bit of dust and whatnot on it. And then I figured while I was in there, I may as well give the laundry a full-on deep clean. So Dave moves the washing machine back into place, and then I'm going to go around with one of my damp rags and my multi-purpose cleaner and start wiping down all of the walls. They just had a little bit of dust on them, particularly the wall that's kind of nearest to the door. That is where our dryer currently sits. And so the back of that wall does get a fair bit of dust and bits from the lint. So I needed to give that area a really good wipe down as well. And all behind the water heater, a lot of dirt and dust kind of gets trapped in there. So Dave sort of helped me out with that one. And he ended up reaching in and getting as much as he could with his hand, and then put the cloth on a stick and use the stick to propel the cloth in the rest of the way and get in the cracks of the water heater and get out as much dirt and grime as possible. So the floor and the walls of the laundry ended up looking exceptionally clean. I then went back in and gave it a full-on vacuum, taking the head off the vacuum cleaner and trying to get into as many cracks as possible. I also gave the mop a good rinse out after Dave had decided to use it to swish out dirt and water and grime from the laundry earlier, and then ran some clean water with some mopping detergent and gave it another good go over with that as well. So it ended up looking nice and clean, and I was able to put everything back in there, reorganize things, and I was hoping to do a laundry deep clean sort of soon anyway. This kind of just expedited the process, but I hope you guys have enjoyed coming along with me on this cleaning motivation. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Also, if you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see me clean or any other videos that you'd like to see from me, make sure that you list those down in the comments below. With that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.